So I watched Pushpa again, this time with subtitles. Now, if you don't know the backstory, go check out the previous video, the trauma and tragedy I went through. And let's find out if watching the film with subtitles changed my perception about the film. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and we are talking about Pushpa The Rise, and I finally got to watch the film in Telugu audio with English subtitles on Amazon Prime. Now the Hindi version is coming too and I'll be checking that out too with family. So do look out for the parents review for it. I think at this point it's universal. Allu Arjun is amazing in the movie, and even the issues in the film, the whole love story, it just slows the film down. There are some problematic sequences in the film and it is a tad bit long. But I would still say, watching it again, I didn't feel the pace of it. Now I have to say that the film did a very commendable job, because without knowing the context, without knowing the subtitles, just through the visuals, the story was clear enough for me to understand. Because watching with subtitles, there were a lot of places where I got more details, what is really happening, what are the exchange of words. But the basic plot is very much similar, which I understood by watching without subtitles also. So that means the visual storytelling is really strong. Now definitely at some places there were a lot of dialogues, like the whole starting scene that the wood is used to make that guitar thing or violin thing in Japan. Then the whole politics game within the syndicate that Pushpa was trying to play, especially the pre-interval scene where Pushpa goes to Shrinu's place and there his brother-in-law is hitting someone, and then he gets a call from the MLA telling him not to kill him, but he says no, I've already killed him, and how that comes back later when Pushpa kills the brother-in-law. So that was a cool moment I missed out. Also the last 15 minutes with Faasil, I think that got more clearer with the subtitles and what was happening. I think the t-shirt brand thing was understandable without the subtitles, but knowing the dialogues I think really transformed that scene for me and made it more impactful. Now talking about that van scene where they have paid 5,000 rupees for her to kiss Pushpa. Now that is a problematic scene, but we also have to take into the context of that scene in the film itself. It's always very complicated thing to talk about, but I want to just break it down. In the film, you cannot expect the character of Pushpa to be politically correct. That cannot happen. He has his characteristics, he comes from that small town. You cannot expect him to be woke and to understand this is the wrong thing. Similarly, all the characters in the film, we cannot expect that from them. But what we expect is from the film to not play it as a funny joke. So, it depends on the way the film is trying to portray that scene into. Is it making fun of it? Is it glorifying it as, a romantic thing? Or it is shedding a light on this issue? And I think the film plays it in a funny and romantic way. But one more thing is that later with Rashmika's character coming out and saying, I was always in love with you from the start and I was just teasing you, waiting for you to take one step ahead. At that moment, it kind of feels forced. It kind of looks like opportunistic move, because now she wants something from him. So she's like, oh, I've always been in love with you. That feels wrong. Maybe if in some way it was established way before that she also likes him, but he doesn't know that, it would have made more sense. And I remember, in Rangasthalam, Samantha's character was really written well. So maybe, there was more polishing needed for, Rashmika's character arc and how to write it. As I've mentioned before also, the VFX at some places is very dodgy. At some moments you can tell it's shot in a studio and not in a jungle. Now the background music is awesome, really liked it more this time. The action is cool, but my favorite one is with him under the hood. That is so clever, so well done, and it keeps you at the edge of your seat. Now talking about the length of the film, I definitely feel it is long. It doesn't feel that long while watching it. It keeps you hooked, but it is long. I think when he becomes the in charge of the syndicate and he's getting all the power and everything, and you just introduce Fahadh's character, and I think that's it. That's where you should end this part. And everything that happened later with Fahadh's character could have been included in the second part. Maybe there's a lot of story still left. That's why they had to include this part here. But I still feel that could have been a great ending to the film. And the last 15 minutes are really stretching it. You cannot really enjoy Pushpa versus Faasil because it's done so fast. There's not really that much depth given to both the characters and their feud. And that whole scene could have worked better if it was stretched, until the interval. And that point was the interval scene in the next movie. Do let me know what you think in the comments. Now there was one extra scene which was not there in the theatrical run, where Pushpa is at home and a moneylender has come asking for money from a mother that he'll throw them out of the house and everything. Then he sells his buffalo and gets the money and beats him up and tells him to tell everyone now that they have paid the money back. So that was not there in the theatrical one. And I feel this scene definitely adds more to Pushpa's character, what he goes on to do next. In the theater version, it did feel kind of rushed. There was a lack of a setup for him. See, as a whole, Pushpa is still a really good film, a solid watch, and the film is doing so well in the Hindi regions, which is a really good news. And that's second film will have more hype. And it's very interesting to know that people are going to watch Pushpa, but they're not going to watch 83. And I'm actually making a video about it, so do get subscribed to get that. Through channel membership, you can support this channel and help me continue this journey ahead. And in turn, you get various perks. To know more, click on the join button. For more information, check out the community page. So guys, that's the video. Thank you for watching. If you like this, the thumbs up button, share this video in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out the videos if you like them too. Do subscribing, and I'll see you next time.